Raymond L. Danner, chairman of Shoney's Incorporated. At the age of 10, Ray Danner made his first investment. He committed himself to spend $19.95 on a bicycle at Montgomery Ward's, $3 down and $1 a month. The bicycle enabled Ray to accept a summer job cutting lawns of repossessed houses. Born in Louisville, Kentucky, Danner was the son of a German immigrant. Ray and his parents lived in the one room above a grocery store in a poor neighborhood in the Louisville area. When Ray was 15, his father died, and Ray intensified his money-making efforts to help support his mother and himself. He got up at 4:30 every morning to cover a 9-mile paper route before he went to school. He earned an extra $2 a week for supervising 12 other carriers. As a senior in high school, he led his own band, playing weekends for $3 a session. The Army made me decide I wanted to own my own business, he says. He and a friend found an old rundown store for sale, persuaded the owner to hold the mortgage, and purchased it for $2,000. And when they sold it 18 months later, they each pocketed $15,000. Danner used his profits to buy a franchise duck pin bowling alley for $12,000 and sold the franchise at the end of the year for $20,000. I think he ought to stay in the real estate business. In 1957, he bought a small restaurant, and to enhance my restaurant knowledge, a year later he took a Shoney's franchise, then took his company public. 2 years later, he bought the entire Shoney's franchise. Shoney's family restaurants, of which there are now nearly 500, are still the heart of Shoney's Incorporated, which currently employs some 50,000 people with an annual payroll of $245 million, a long way from that paper route. I'm delighted to have Wallace Rasmussen of the class of 1988 present the award to Mr. Danner.
You know, we hear a lot these days about the plight of our underprivileged youth. Well, I'd like to tell you that I would have qualified at the very bottom of that list, really. As I look back, though, that may have been the most important influence to my lifelong success. I had nothing. When you start from dead zero, you know it's probably got to get better. Having lost my father at an early age, I had no role model. So whatever may have been expected of me, I had to expect of myself. Looking back, it's difficult to imagine that I would have pushed myself as hard had I come from a middle-class environment. I also feel that I had the great good fortune to be born in a wonderful country in this world where an individual's opportunity for advancement is not hobbled by government, but only by self-imposed limitations. I think to give you some of my feelings of what makes real success of those of us who achieve it is to have a never-ending capacity of energy and to gain real satisfaction from your results of the hard work you do. An addiction to being a winner always. And an attitude that education that you have, however limited at the beginning, continues every day of your life. If I were to offer a recommendation to others, one would be to try to protect yourself project yourself into the role of the people most important to your success. At Shoney's Incorporated, the people most important are the customers and the employees. The customers must be totally pleased and satisfied. The employees must be feeling important, satisfied, must feel good about their company, enjoy their work. Only then can they perform their duties to ensure customer satisfaction and success for themselves and their company. One of my lifelong recommendations would be that I do this every day, is self-analyst on a daily basis. I disregard the average or not important things that happen to me each day and focus on the best and worst experiences. I analyze and find out how can I make the best happen again and improve upon the worst. Finally, I'd like to say to all of you here and all those young people we saw earlier that we all watch our government, vote, take an interest in government so that for the next decades, those that come after us can have the same opportunities in this wonderful country that I have. Thank you very much for this great honor. My family and I will always cherish it. Thank you.